If this is for you, I want to tell you that you are coming full circle in yet another canon event in your experience. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that a decision that you had to make, rooted in nothing but blind knowing, has almost revealed all of its 7 degrees of separation. And how, like, anchor moments, pivot moments, choice moments affect every little ripple thereafter. I'm going to use a very specific deck for this. And it's the Starman Tarot. And I haven't used this deck in, like, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half. So, if this is for you, you are standing in yet another canon event. And if you don't know what that is, those are usually like, they're the anchors that hold the web of destiny, the web of life together. And that's how I want to say that. 10 of Cups. You're at culmination. You're at fulfillment. You're at the point where everything is making sense. But it's making sense in such a way, it's almost like the I told you so that I never wanted to be right about. But if I was right about this, then I was right about everything. You have the moon. And I just want to point out how clear the reflection in the water is. The light casting on the water. The waters are no longer muddied. You're not in the dark anymore. And if this is for you, it's almost like the clarity that you have is requiring your eyes to adjust. 8 of Wands. It's your canon event. Your 2 of Swords. This is the initial choice you made that set off a chain reaction of events that literally led to the outcome that you're standing in now. Had this choice not been made, this trajectory would not have followed. Despite the fact that it's all already written, despite the fact that it always existed. Without this choice, the movement, the clarity, and the culmination to what you're standing in now never would have happened. The Wheel. The Star. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. And the 8 of Cups. You had to stay grounded in your emotions when everything told you to run. Because without making that choice, nothing else would have been set into motion. And when I say the canon event, it is the web of life. It is the web of destiny. It is what is fated. It is what is already written. But in order for you to discover it, it is a series of pivotal choices. I'm literally just keep getting taken back to 7 degrees of separation, where there were all these moving parts that would eventually bring and tie your knowing, your messages, and it would make them no longer individual moving parts, but it would make the whole picture make sense. I need you to see the fire, because this is your Queen of Pentacles, which was like, you had to ground your fire. You had to ground your power. Almost like with this Queen of Cups, like I said, I know this isn't necessarily fire, but that's just where I'm going with the energy in these cards. You had to almost intentionally water yourself down. You had to kind of suppress your power, because not turning it all the way up, not revealing everything that you know, you had to be both. But now, it led to your star. It was like activation point. It was literally like you walked through the doorway. You know what I'm saying? Almost like the trigger event, the first Canon event. It was a trigger event. It was, will you answer the soul calling, or will you let your humanness talk you out of it? Which role will you step into? Because the role you assume is the path that unfolds. I want you to look at that. These would be all of the things that you came to after making that choice. Every single one is connected to the other. Without one choice, the dominoes never would have fallen. And now you're standing at your Two of Pentacles. You're standing in now it all makes sense. But it doesn't just make sense to you, it makes sense to everyone around you. But it's just giving that if I was right about this, then I was right about everything else. And not in an egotistical kind of way. Not in a, I'm trying to prove myself. Because you, if this is for you, you have let this unfold for years. 4 years. But it's finally come full circle. All of the moving parts have revealed themselves. And the picture that you have, that you've always known, even when you couldn't see the moving parts, even through the 7 degrees of separation, all these pieces were strategically moved because of one decision you made. And to not waver, to listen to your gut, to let your knowing be louder than the fear, was the catalyst to the culmination that you're standing in. Your knowing, the whisper of your knowing, was louder than the shouts of fear. Love you guys.